I'm Maddie, and it's bath time. And I'm just about to run a bath. Let's pop the plug in and turn on the tap. I love bath time, do you? What do you like most about it? Is it the rubber ducks? Or the bubbles? I love a bubble bath, so I'm going to pour in a nice big dollop of bath foam. Remember, you must always get a grown-up to run your bath. Listen to the sound. Swish, swish, swish. And now, we have lots of lovely bubbles. What else do you like about bath time? I like that the water is nice and warm. But do you know where the water comes from? How does it get into the taps? And how does your bath water get warm? How does hot water work? Let's go and find out.
How does it work?
Hot water!
Your bath water starts its journey here.
In a reservoir.
A reservoir is a big lake that's used to store water. The water collected here will come from rivers and streams, and also the rain.
All the water that is collected here in the reservoir is clean so that it's safe. And then it's sent through pipes to our houses.
There are lots of pipes under the roads and pavements where you live, and some of these big pipes carry water all the way from the reservoir into your house. In your bathroom at home, you might have a sink and a tap just like this one, and to get water, all you need to do is turn the tap on. Amazing, isn't it? But the water that comes from the reservoir is cold, so how does it get hot? To make the water hot, we need one of these, a boiler. There are lots of different types of boiler, and you might have one in your house. Let's find out how this one makes the water hot.
The water from a reservoir goes through a building to be cleaned. It's then sent by pipes to our homes. One of the ways cold water is heated in your house is by a boiler. Inside the boiler is a small tank. The water gets heated there by a row of flames or electricity. When it's hot, the water is sent out through another pipe to a much bigger tank. This big tank is called a cylinder. Inside it, there is a big heated coil which keeps all the water warm until you want to use it. When you turn the hot water tap on, it lets water from the cylinder tank travel along the pipe, into the tap and out into your bathtub.
It's lovely and warm. But remember, it's important that a grown-up always checks how hot the water is before you get in the bath. To see how hot the bath water is, I've got a special camera. This is called a thermal camera, and it tells us what's hot and what's cold by showing us different colours. Oh, hello everyone! What colours can you see? Blue things are cold and red things are warm. So look, can you see just how red my face is? And that's because the inside of my body is warm. What about the inside of my mouth? Whoa! It's so hot that it's white. Let's have a look down at the floor, shall we? My feet are bright red because my feet are warm, apart from my toes. My toes are freezing. But if cold things are blue and hot things are red, do you know what colour the bath will be? Oh, look at that. The bath water is bright red and yellow, and that's because it's warm. In some places, the water is even white, and that's where it's very hot. But can you see the mountains of bubbles are blue? And that's because the bubbles are cooler than the water. You know what else is blue? Our little rubber duck friends. Look at the blue duck swimming around in the swirly red water.
Let's turn on the cold water and see what happens.
Whoa! It's really dark blue. The water must be freezing.
Now let's see what happens when we turn the hot water on instead.
Did you see the colour change as it went from cold water to hot water? The hot water is red and white, which means it's hot. And that's because the cold water has come from the reservoir through the pipes under the roads and into your house. It's then gone to the boiler where it's been heated up and kept warm in the cylinder tank, ready to go in the bath when I turn on the hot tap. Excellent. What was your favourite bit about finding out how hot water works?
Do you remember what you call a lake that stores rainwater for us to use in our homes? Yes, it's a reservoir. Did you hear the sound the water made when I swished it in the bath? And did you see how the thermal camera made hot things look red and cold things look blue?
Now, after I have a bath, there is an important thing I have to do every night before I go to bed. Can you guess what it is? Yes! Brush my teeth. And to make my teeth squeaky clean, I have to brush them with toothpaste. My toothpaste is stripy. But do you know, how does toothpaste get its stripes? Let's go and find out.
How is it made?
Toothpaste!
Your toothpaste is made in a big factory like this. This factory makes 1 million tubes of toothpaste every day. That's a lot of toothpaste.
The toothpaste ingredients arrive at the factory in lorries like this one. It's called a tanker, and it looks a bit like a tube of toothpaste, doesn't it? This tanker is full of something called silica that looks like this, a white powder, and it gets pushed through the tubes way up into the factory. Over to you!
As well as silica, there are other ingredients to be used.
And they have quite complicated names like xanthan gum or trisodium citrate dihydrate. Try saying that quickly. The first thing is they're all taken to a giant mixer.
And this is it. All of the ingredients are mixed together in this giant tank to make a paste that we call toothpaste. But it's not quite ready yet.
Can you remember what my favourite type of toothpaste was? Yes, it's stripy toothpaste. So, do you know how toothpaste gets its stripes? Well, for the stripes, we need to add colour. Red and blue, but you only need to add a very little bit. Can you believe that this much blue dye would be enough for 50,000 tubes of toothpaste? That's enough toothpaste for a tube for every single person in a packed out football stadium. Wow. The toothpaste travels from the mixture all the way along these pipes into these big silver pots where some of the toothpaste gets its colour. We have red and blue, and look, you can even see some of the red and blue dye around the machine. Once the colour has been added, all the toothpaste gets pushed through these pipes that go down into the floor. Where do you think it goes next?
It comes through the ceiling to the floor below, through these pipes. One pipe is carrying red toothpaste, the other blue toothpaste, and the last one, white toothpaste.
The toothpaste is checked to make sure it's properly mixed, so some of it is brought here to be tested.
Look at all this gloopy toothpaste. Have you ever seen so much in one place? Looks a bit like ice cream.
But what about our stripy toothpaste?
Look at all these empty tubes. They travel through this machine where they get flipped upside down, ready to be filled with our stripy toothpaste. This super fast machine is putting the toothpaste inside the tubes. Inside these pipes, the 3 colours of toothpaste, white, red and blue, are being pushed into the tubes. Can you see the stripes? This is one of the pipes that fill the toothpaste tubes inside the machine. And look, you can see how the toothpaste is squeezed through these 4 holes to make this pretty pattern. It's a bit like a star, isn't it? It all happens very fast, doesn't it? I think this is time for one of my special cameras. This camera films things in slow motion, which means we can see things that are really quick, like this machine slowed right down. Are you ready? Let's go.
Watch how our 3 colours of toothpaste are getting pushed into the tubes at the same time to make perfect stripes. Now, a stopper is put in the bottom of the tube so the toothpaste doesn't fall out.
This grabbing arm flips the tubes the right way up and they're ready to go off and be wrapped and packaged. The tubes move along here and it looks a bit like a model railway, doesn't it? Can you hear the sound of the machine? It's got quite a good beat.
Now, the tubes of toothpaste go to a robot that wraps a label around each one, puts them inside boxes, and then they're ready to go to the shops.
What was your favourite bit about the toothpaste making factory?
Do you remember what my favourite kind of toothpaste is? That's right, it's stripy. Did you hear the sound of the machinery as it flipped the toothpaste tubes? It had a really good beat. Did you dance too? And did you see the way the toothpaste was put inside the tubes? That machine was so fast, we had to use my special camera to see it in slow motion.
So now you know how toothpaste is made and how hot water comes out of the taps. I think it's time I brushed my teeth and had a bath. See you next time.
There are lots